Welcome back, folks. You're listening to Aging with Power. I'm your host, Myles McNamara, on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. And we are speaking with Kevin McDonald, relatively new executive director since July at our Santa Clarita Valley Senior Center, and Suzanne Nelson, our Director of Supportive Services over there. I remember when I first met Suzanne, it's like, how long ago was that? It's like 15 plus years ago, Suzanne. I walk in there with my newly bought company. I'm like, hi, I need to introduce myself. Then I find out that Suzanne and I live in the same neighborhood. Our kids swim on the same swim team, and we've sort of grown up together, haven't we?
That's right. Grown old together, Myles.
I know. But anyway, we talked about your upcoming golf tournament on Monday, October 17th. And again, folks, golfers we still need some golfers. Sponsorships available. Great way to highlight your company and support our seniors at the same time. scv-seniorcenter.org. But we're going to shift gears a little bit right now. Something I mentioned before the break is that I think there's a misconception of not only the great things you guys do for the seniors in need, but the things that are available over there for our active seniors as well. So let's start with the programs first, Suzanne, that I know you head up a lot, is the supportive services. What's available to our seniors? What should adult children know about the supportive services, and how would they approach that as a solution?
Well, the main thing with supportive services is to keep people in their own home for as long as possible and as safely as possible. But we also work with families. We have the only licensed social daycare program in Santa Clarita Valley, and that is for people that are memory impaired. And it's twofold for the client who is memory impaired or the participant, but also for the family. We provide support groups, workshops, education about Alzheimer's and memory impairment, and individual caregiver counseling as well. That program is going great guns these days.
Which one is that, the caregiver support groups?
The caregiver support groups, as well as the day program, the adult day program.
Let's dwell on that for a minute, because it's such a vital part of that family caregiver that thinks they're on an island, that the only ones that are facing this on the planet. As far as support groups and the resources out there for the family caregiver, I know you guys focus on that a lot. We have our annual Caregiver Resource Day, which is now referred to as Knowledge is Power. I'm charging them royalties for my tagline, but let's talk a little bit about the family caregiver and what you see on a daily basis, not only about a spouse caring for an ill spouse, but the adult children and what you see on a daily basis that really is the impetus for these caregiver support groups.
Well, we do have an LCSW who does facilitate the groups, but the knowledge within the group is what the group is all about. Other caregivers that have gone through the same things that the new participants feel that nobody else knows about or understands, they truly do. That's where the power and the knowledge is, from others who've lived through it and can share those experiences with others.
And it's so empowering to know that you're not alone. That you aren't the only one that is facing this. And there's a lot of guilt involved, I see a lot too, don't you? Or people feel like they're guilty that they need help, or they're guilty that they can't do it all on their own.
Or there's somebody else who needs it worse than I do, but in reality, they don't.
And then how often do we see the caregiver get ill and almost, not almost, but a lot of times pass away before the person they're caring for, because they forget the primary rule, and that's you have to take care of yourself.
Exactly. I lived through that myself. Right. You have to take care of yourself first.
Right. And there's so many tools out there, and there's so many resources out there, but if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of a loved one.
That is right, and we need the care and support from these groups and from the community and agencies like yours to keep people at home, living at home as safely and as long as possible.
And one thing I always talk about is to pay attention. I mean, it's I mentioned this on a prior show. Unless you came to Earth with Mork, you have a parent, you had a parent, you know someone who has a parent. Look to your right, look to your left. Somebody is dealing with an aging loved one who wants to age in place. They most likely want to stay in their own home, but you also have that family caregiver that is probably stressed out to the nth degree.
Yes.
So it's like, if you see it, recognize it, and then give people, because again, I can't stress enough how important that caregiver support group and the stuff that you guys do over there, because I know you have an Alzheimer's group. It's just a regular caregiver support group in general, but
And it's just not the support groups, it's everything that we provide to help that caregiver and that individual at home. For instance, the home-delivered meals. If that elderly caregiver is spending all their time focusing on caring for their loved one, it's hard to get meals prepared. It's hard to do your housework, do personal care, and we do provide assistance in those areas.
right. So obviously, a huge tool for folks that are in need and in need of support. But now let's talk about that other side of the coin, the active senior, the things that you guys have going on over there that, should be a destination location for a lot of our seniors, for socialization, for activities, etc.
Sure. There's so much going on at the senior center. When I walked in, it was, bumper to bumper, 8 to 8 almost every single day. We have something going on. So you're gonna have Tai Chi going on. You have all sorts of dance going on. All ages, like you said earlier, 18 to older seniors. They're all just joining together and going in with the activities.
Especially your line dancing. I've walked through there
Oh, my
before, and I hear the
goodness.
music, and you look in there, and you're talking, as you said, 18 or younger, all the way up to 70s and
Right.
80s.
They have that going on. They have bingo going on. Yesterday we were enjoying beautiful piano music during lunch yesterday. It was just incredible. And these is from a junior high who came out to show their talents. So if you want something, it's at the senior center, from simple things like cards and chess all the way to more active things at the senior center. With a full man cave pool room to go along
I was
with
going
it.
to say,
Don't forget the pool room.
if you want to play pool, you've got to come early, and you've got to stand in line,
That's
don't you?
right. That's right.
All right, folks. So again, Santa Clarita Valley Senior Center, we've got our huge fundraiser for our senior center coming up on October 17th. So please get involved. It's at TPC Valencia. The senior center is Golf Classic. Again, call the senior center. It's 259-9444 or scv-seniorcenter.org. Get involved, help your seniors, and again, Kevin, Suzanne, thanks for your time today. I know you're busy,
Thank you.
We'll get some wrap-up comments from them before the show's over, because we do have flu shot clinic that Suzanne wants to talk about. So we'll throw it back at you toward the end of the show to make those announcements. But coming up after the break, we will be talking with Kim Kurowski and Melanie Meyer of the Seroptimus International, the Greater Santa Clarita Valley, regarding their upcoming wine affair and other things Seroptimus. So don't go away. Welcome back to Aging with Power on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I'm Myles McNamara of Comfort Keepers in Home Care, and we are talking now with Kim Kurowski of A1 Party Balloons and Melanie Meyer of Thrivent Financial, changing hats to be the chair, as in Melanie, and the president, as in Kim, of our Seroptimus International of the Greater Santa Clarita Valley. Again, welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
So before we get into all the great things that the Seroptimists do, let's talk about what's happening in just a couple weeks. Who wants to take that baton?
I'll give that to Melanie.
I will gladly talk about that. So on October 16th, we will be hosting the 10th annual wine affair called the Sip, Stroll, and Savor the Sounds, all along Town Center Drive. And we're excited about it because we've got new venues, new food vendors, new wine vendors, new musicians. We're kind of trying to pull out all the stops this year.
And for the people that haven't been involved for the last 10 years, I mean, kind of going more in depth. I mean, the whole, what was it, Sip, Something, and Stroll? Because we are at on Town Center. I mean, what exactly is the venue and how does it work?
There are about 16 different venues, starting up at the Valencia Center Court, or Westfield Center Court, where the old TGI Fridays used to be. The new Saddleback is coming in. That will be the starting point of the entire event, and it's going to go all the way down to the Henry Mayo Newhall Fitness Center. And so there's multiple venues such as Roma, Entourage, Open Book, Blowout Lounge, Valencia Wine Company, and a number of others that will all open up their doors and basically host a food vendor from the community. Some of the examples are like Truffles and Toffee, Culinary Wonders, Whole Foods is going to have some food in there, Bonefish. So there will be food in each venue, and then there will also be a wine or sometimes a beer pairing for some of our beer drinkers who don't like the wine especially.
I just realized I have to get out more often. I didn't even know TGI Fridays wasn't there anymore. It's like, how long has that been? I'm embarrassed to ask. But
Patiently waiting for the new store to open or the new restaurant to open. So.
okay, so basically, for the price of a ticket, you have free reign to take all Sunday and just make your way up and down Town Center Drive and hit all the venues and sip and stroll. There, I'm getting it now.
You
Sip,
got
sip
it.
and stroll. Okay, and then the folks that are involved as far as your venues, businesses that just open their doors. Are they sponsors? How does that work?
Some of the businesses are new. Most of them have participated in previous years. But again, like I said, we've got some new venues, some new vendors, some new wineries that we are very excited. And they're very excited, frankly, for participating in this first year.
Right. Now, I know in the years past, and I'm kind of learning as I go, is there a VIP ticket this year? Did you guys change that, or what? How does that work?
Not this year. We
Okay.
decided, since it's the 10th anniversary, that we were just going to open up every venue for everyone. Make it a big party so that everybody can support the organization.
And everybody's a VIP.
Nice.
Exactly.
Well, this is going to sound greedy, but I'll say it. Just talk about your sponsors. Who's helping you out with this?
Well, Comfort Keepers is our title sponsor. Thank you, Myles.
Yes.
You have done this so many years in a row, and we truly appreciate your wonderful support over the
My
years.
pleasure.
So
But you have a lot of people involved who are giving you guys some support as well.
we do. We want to thank the Red Fox Hot Sauce Organization, Paul A. Hughes Family Foundation, Thrivent Financial. We are sponsoring it as well. Magazine of Santa Clarita, Remax, Mission Valley Bank, A1 Party in Blues, KHTS, a number of organizations around Santa
Glad you
Clarita.
mentioned KHTS. Jerry would be in here banging my head out the commercial if you didn't, because they support so many things throughout the community.
Signal Magazine is also one of the sponsors as well.
Signal Magazine.
Signal paper.
Newspaper.
Newspaper.
You'll be getting a call for that, Melanie.
I know.
So how does somebody get involved? If I'm assuming they're probably, if someone still wanted to sponsor with this,
We
2
are
weeks to
happy
go.
to offer sponsorships to anyone that would like to join us still. The way to find it is to just go to sigscv.com. Or they can get in .org, or they can get in touch with me directly. I can leave some contact information at KHTS for you in case people call in here as well. But the easiest place would just go to sigscv.org, and it's easiest to find the sponsorship information there.
And again, folks, if you're putting that acronym together later, that stands for Seroptimus International of the Greater Santa Clarita Valley. So that's
There you go.
sigscv.org.
Correct.
Awesome. Anything else you want to talk about before we shift gears as far as the wine affair is concerned? I mean, there's music at every venue, or just kind of sporadically placed? And
There is music at most of the venues. Some of the venues are a little too small to host some music, but almost all of the other venues, maybe 14 of them, I believe, will have music. There'll be some outside musicians, so bigger bands, people can hang out, listen to the music, dance a little bit, and just have some fun as well.
Nice. And if you haven't been in the past, folks, I mean, it's an amazing day of just chilling and just walking up and down. So again, it's the Wine Affair coming up on Sunday, October 16th. We're going to take our next break, but when we come back, we're going to talk about who are the Seroptimists and the amazing things that they do and what they stand for and who you'd be supporting should you attend or get involved as a sponsor. So don't go away. We will be right back. You are listening to Aging with Power on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.